Okay, let's have a question from this side. Jim's report.
Thank you so much. My name is Gaius Mohamed from Chimp Reports in Uganda.
Oh, so it is based in Uganda. I always say something like that on Twitter.
Thank you so much for
Chimp
reading Chimp
Reports,
Reports.
Okay. Do you get some reports from chimps also out there in the field?
No, it's just a name, Excellency.
Oh, okay. But you have a way you communicate with them as well.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
My question, what's your view on the pace of the Northern Corridor infrastructure projects? For example, leaders were supposed to meet in Kenya 6 months ago. Nothing is happening. Are you satisfied that things are moving well? Lastly, the facilitator of the Burundi peace talks, Mr. Mkapa, recently said that all countries hosting opposition figures who fled from Burundi should be sent back. And we understand some of them are here. Your Excellency, will you send them back? Thank you so much.
On the Northern Corridor side, it's a good thing. We have these meetings, we have these projects in mind. They help connect countries, they help economies, they definitely boost and also support the investments being made either by people in the region or out of the region. So there have been discussions, there have been good results in some areas as to what progress we make. You know, with ambition, people want things to move as fast as they can. Maybe we haven't moved as fast as we should or can. So in which case we need to do a little more in some areas, not just meetings, but what we discuss in meetings that come to certain good conclusions. So for not having had meetings, there will always be good reasons when people are not ready because there are other things that have also to be done. But a delay of meetings or decisions, if they have good reasons, then you try and do better or catch up next time. So I think there is nothing very dramatic about these delays. I know we at some point have the meetings and re-examine what needs to be done. But even now, or between the last meeting and one we are to have in the future, there have been other meetings at different levels, technicians meeting, and you know. So by the time we meet, I think we will have some of the ground covered that was needed to be covered. So really not a big problem. Now on Burundi and former President Mkapa, who has responsibility to help the Burundi process, I heard what you said, and I had it said the way it was. I would have preferred that maybe some of the briefing take place in the normal setup where we've had East African community meetings of heads of state or other levels that have handled this. But it's not a big problem. Maybe there was a good reason for doing it that way, but normally if this had come up in a way of briefing the leaders, as to what progress or has been made or lack of it. Certainly, that is my preference. It would have been better. Now about, because why I'm saying this, it would have required some discussion. When you have such statement which you said, people being sent back to countries they fled, I think there are different things to look at. You look at facts, you look at circumstances, you look at different things. So, which does this also mean we would have to tell the between 80 and 90,000 refugees who fled their country to one morning wake up and tell them to pack up and go back to Burundi because everything is all right in Burundi. And some, the others who are not, who seemingly are not put in that category to which they belong. They are refugees, but they are said to be doing different things other than what normally would expect of refugees. So maybe we would bring all of them together, because even before they are accused of anything, they've been part of this group of refugees, so that by that definition they fled their country. We would be very happy, by the way, to return these people, to have them go back, if only at the same time we are not going to be accused of other things. So I think more clarity has to be shed on this, so to know what we can do together as a region in facilitating a solution to the problems in Burundi. These kinds of statements don't necessarily shed that clarity that one would need to make certain decisions. Otherwise, it is very simple to make people pack and go back where they came from. It's simple. As an act in itself, rounding up people and pushing them across the border is a simple thing, but the implication of it is far-reaching and much, much bigger than the effort of doing it. So that's why I think I don't think it was meant for painting a picture that the problems of Burundi or people who fled Burundi, taking them back, is that simple. I don't think that was the intention. Therefore, there are a few other things to be talked about before anything happens. But what we stand ready for as Rwanda is to contribute to Burundi's resolution of the problems there. Just contribute. We can make a positive contribution.